Live and direct from HobbyLink Japan,
Oh,
it's
boy.
time now for Toy
Tengoku.
Tengoku. You're Robin.
I am, and you're Ardith.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Hey, and it's time for episode 26.
26.
26, can you believe it?
I can't.
Wow.
It's kind of astonishing.
Yeah, no Melankumas this time.
Aw.
Thank goodness. But we have two exciting new arrivals
Yeah.
that have just come in, and we're going to take a look at the two of them and then decide which one to explore further.
Okay.
And this is the Yamato, Uchu
boy.
Senkan Yamato, Space Battleship Yamato, from Yamato 2199. The first two chunks of 7 have come out in theaters, and Bandai has obliged us with this release of a brand new Yamato kit.
Wow.
Instead of a re-release, you know, Yamato's been around since like 74. This is a brand new kit. Has many, many runners in it. It's 1/1000th scale. But something neat, I'm not going to get into all the runners because there's many, many runners in it.
Yes.
So we'll have to decide if this is the one of the two that we're going to open. But something interesting on the back is they're having a promotion of Dessler's triple or 3-deck carrier. And there is proof of purchase that you have to cut off the box. You can't use a copy. That means you have to cut up your kit
cut up your
box.
box.
Yeah, and then send it in, and then they'll send you the kit, and then you can use this. You cut it out and glue it or tape it
More
together.
cutting up of
for
your box.
the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, to put your Dessler triple deck
Wow.
carrier into. So that's the neat feature of the Yamato 2199, which is Senkan Yamato.
In my
So
day, I built a few of those smaller scale kits.
I built the mechanic scale
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
you know, and I painted it with Tester's paint, you know, because who knew?
How did
who
that
knew?
go?
I think it's still sticky today. You know, it just would not
Oh,
dry.
we love you, Tester's paint.
Man. Okay.
What else is there?
But also, there is also from Bandai
Another
the
ship.
Going Merry, the Chogokin Going Merry
Oh, the Chogokin.
from One Piece.
Wow.
I love the Going Merry. Oop, that was the back of the box.
Oh,
Here's
that's
the
the
front
front.
of the box.
Yay.
Chogokin Going Merry. And this is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So I kind of got my mind made up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I do too.
Oh yeah, which do you think?
I'm going to go with the Going Merry.
Yay!
Yay.
I think so too.
Heck with the
So,
Yamato.
You know, yeah. Heck with the Yamato. Shame on you, but still, you know what?
What?
You want to do it? Don't want to do a One Piece episode?
We should just do a One Piece episode.
Let's do a One Piece episode! Yay! I have a smaller Going Merry that had been a Bon Presto game prize. And I had that on my desk for quite a while.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think I finally took it home after the earthquake.
Yeah. I think we all took a lot of stuff home
It,
after the
yeah, it
earthquake.
rolled around pretty good. It had like you could kind of cut out the box that came in and stick it on there as a base. Whereas this nice Chogokin Merry has an actual base. It looks like it should keep it fairly steady.
Now, since this is part of the Chogokin line, does that mean it's got some die-cast parts?
Yes, Chogokin means die-cast.
Hey, I learned something today.
Yeah. So it's nice and hefty. This box is nice and hefty too.
Wow.
And so now
Oh, boy.
let's
Get it
open her up. Well, this has turned out to be complicated.
Holy mackerel.
Wow. Yeah, I was just telling you about the Bon Presto one that I had where you just, it was a ship and then you pop in the masts and then you pop in the sails onto the masts and you're done. This is so far beyond that.
I don't think you can do that with this thing.
Oh man.
Look at all the detail and
First
all the
we
little
we
bits.
start with the hull.
Oh, wow.
And this is die cast. Or at least the bottom part of it is die cast. Like Mary's head is plastic. Oh look, here's the anchor. And the anchor is wrapped up separately to keep it safe.
As you know, it's important to keep your anchor
Oh boy, this is so cool.
safe. Maybe you should tip it so Brian could look at the inside.
No,
of it.
I will
There we
not
go.
share.
Show her your toys, darn it.
Wow.
Wow. But this is going to take a while to put together. There's all these little bits and pieces and stuff.
Well, we'll take a look at some of the bits.
Okay. Oh, cool, the rudder moves. Or the rudder looks like it moves, doesn't it?
Yeah, the rudder does
Wow,
move.
Cool.
There may be a mechanism in there.
Wow.
Wow. She's die cast all along the sides here. Wow.
That's really cool.
But this is,
Can I
oh my
see
gosh,
it?
this isn't this isn't just a matter.
Oh, it's so heavy.
This is not just a matter of putting on the masts and the sails to make it go. Here's the
main sail.
Yeah. Oh boy.
There's a lot of little pieces. That's kind of intimidating.
Here's the main sail.
Wow.
And look, there's even little lines. The lines are plastic, but very flexible to tie it on with to look like ropes.
Cool.
Oh, gee. Oh, man. All the little master individual. Here's the crow's nest.
Wow.
Oh, boy, there's a lot. Oh. This is going to take a lot of assembly. Oh, and look, here's different versions of Mary's head for different things that happened throughout the course of the manga.
Cool.
Oh, and there's more over here. Oh, wow, this is neat. This looks like this is yeah, these are like plastic, but they look like little ropes. You know,
cool.
we aren't going to be able to do this in one episode.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I wonder if we should just stop with this here, because we have some nice one-piece figures that we can show too.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe if we go ahead and carry this over into next episode, that'll give me some time to, you know, put it together, and then we can show some of the nice features of it. But there are so many pieces parts.
Yeah, check that out.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think I could do this quickly.
Nor should we. I mean, you should linger
savor
over this.
every moment of it. Assembling the Going Merry.
Very cool.
Oh, this is neat.
It'll
I mean,
be neat
here's
when
a
it's all
mast.
done.
It's all really nicely weathered and all.
Wow.
Wow.
I was looking in that other tray over there. There's what looks like a sail with some water staining on it, or is that a wing or something?
Oh, it's probably a wing
no, not
for
that,
like the.
No, that right
Oh,
there.
this?
It's a broken up thing.
Oh, it's broken.
It was on top of something else, and I thought it was water staining.
Yeah, it's a busted up.
Oh, the deck.
Jobby
right?
deck. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh boy, yeah. So that you can do different versions
Amazing
of
amount
Mary
of detail they went into on this.
You know, throughout.
So you can depict her as she appeared in certain episodes.
Right.
And whatnot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, okay. Here's the Going Merry, diecast Going Merry, and she is amazing. And we will show her to you in completed form
Fully assembled detail.
next time on Toy Tengoku.
Woohoo.
Well, we've got a lot of neat one-piece figures in stock. MegaHouse's POP line, Bandai's Figure Art Zero line. But I thought right now, since we're going to have to go to a second episode for One Piece, gosh darn, next time we can show some of the more conventional figures like those. But this is a really neat thing that MegaHouse brought out, and this is their desktop Real McCoy series. This is the first one in the installment. The second one came out in February, and we're taking pre-orders now at HobbyLink Japan for part number 3.
Oh boy.
Which is a really neat design. But we thought we'd take a look first at, this is the first one in the line, featuring Luffy, Chogokin, Chopper, and Zoro. And so and basically this is a very easy to put together. It's basically, you know, like a big gachapon.
It's kind of like a little diorama, right?
Right, yeah.
And these are based on illustrations, is that correct?
Yes. Based on Eiichiro Oda's illustrations.
I love his artwork. I love his artwork. If I could be a cartoon character, I would want to be one of his characters because he just draws such neat stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
that's really cool.
That's number 1. And here's the second one in the line. This one came out. It's a hefty box. This one came out in February. This is number 2.
Wow.
And this is even more 3D than, I mean,
3D.
The first one is neat, but it's not as, I don't think it has the depth of size that this one does.
This is a pretty honking big box.
Yeah.
For a fact.
And so I think we will go ahead and open up this.
Oh boy.
And see what we shall see. All right, let's let them loose.
Oh boy.
There we go. And it
Hey.
only took, let's see, it was 3 pieces to pop into this. It's mainly assembled. You just need to put in Luffy's hand, and Chopper, and you're done.
Yeah, Robin is already on the base, and the base is already assembled with all the animals. I love this. Look at all those
It
animals.
is cool
Those
to
are
see
wild.
this lion in 3D.
Yeah. I think of all the artists, I think this guy's art looks so cool rendered in 3D as a sculpture. I mean, some artists, some manga artists, if you do their stuff in 3D, it's kind of like you look at it and go, oh,
You know what?
okay. But this is amazing.
I think Robin fans especially need
yeah.
this piece.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I love this elephant. Look at the look on his face. That's amazing.
It's cool the way the snake just frames
Yeah.
too.
And the snake has a tie on, even better. So, What's better than a snake wearing a tie, I ask you?
Wow, that is really
Look
cool.
at the spear that Luffy has, though. I love that spear. That is so cool. It looks like it probably weighs more than he does. Wow. And, of course, Chopper's awesome. Chopper is always awesome. Here's Luffy all, oh, look at me, I've got my spear. Grr. And here's Robin. She's just kind of got her hand on the lion's ear,
It is a really impressive sculpt of Robin, too.
Yeah.
I don't know how well you can see that, but...
It's really cool.
Wow.
This would be perfect on your desk, on anybody's
I was
desk.
impressed seeing the pictures.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I've
Yeah.
actually, seen it.
And you can get an
out of the
idea of the
package
sheer
and-
scale of this thing by comparing it, with our hands and such. This is a pretty hefty and detailed piece. But it's so cool.
I tell you what, the third one that's coming out in September...
What is the third one? I haven't seen any pictures yet.
Have you seen the pop-up book that Eiichiro Oda did? I can't remember how long ago it was, but probably about maybe 2004 or 2005.
I think I've seen it offered for sale secondhand, and it's like in a cardboard carton, but I don't think I've actually
I got
seen
it.
out.
I got
Did you?
it because it was amazing, and we carried it at HobbyLink real briefly. But
gonna come over to your
it
house
was
and look at
it was
it.
a fairly limited run. I was lucky enough to get one. It is so incredibly cool.
pop-up
It's so
book.
intricate. It's
Who
just-
better to do a pop-up
It's
book?
just amazing. And so the third one in this series is going to be the cover of that, where it's Ruffy and Usopp and Zoro, and they're riding on kind of this flying seahorse, this striped
cool.
flying seahorse.
Oh,
so it's
cool.
coming up at you
Oh,
with like a forced
cool.
perspective.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be coming up off the base.
Wow.
Having seen this, I got to get it.
Oh.
I must get it because
Wow.
the pop-up book is just
Oh, man.
so cool, and so I will always...
Wow.
I can have it and it in 3D. So
Wow.
super 3D.
amazing.
Yeah. So this is the Desktop McCoy series. This is number 2 in the line. There's also number 1 still in stock. 2 is still in stock, and pre-orders are underway for number 3.
And number 3 comes out in
September. Yep. Questions time is here
Questions
again.
time. Yay.
Questions time is here by golly. Yes, to protest would be folly. And Bunny100517 writes with a question and says, shucks darn, I didn't know about Celti, but I did pre-order Shizuo, so I won't be totally missing out on all of the Durarara figures. Is there an actual release date for Shizuo yet? I can't wait either way. Well, this is about the Alter 1/8 scale Shizuo. And
Very
he's-
nice looking figure, too.
Oh, yeah. And they are currently expecting to release him at the end of August.
Great.
So
Looking forward to
That's
that.
when he's coming.
I would kind of like to debox that one.
Oh, yeah.
Because, it's not... I think that far too many few figures of nice-looking men are released. So I would definitely like to... It would be nice if the manufacturers would correct that oversight, but, that's my own personal opinion.
White Void 43 writes about the baby doll. And he has some helpful information
Oh, okay.
about the baby doll. And
Okay.
just so you know,
Okay.
I think the gun baby doll was holding is an H&K MP7 suppressed with an EOTech holographic sights. And the gun that was holstered looks like a Colt 45. And now you know.
Thank you. Thank you very much for setting us straight.
Let us see. New Jack Swing 21 says, hi, I was just wondering how you guys first got interested in the world of anime and how long have you been working in the anime industry?
I started watching Star Blazers on TV in 1981 when I was, 17 years old?
Is that the first anime you ever saw?
No, the first anime I saw was like Marine Boy and Speed Racer, which I saw when I was about 9, which would have been 1974.
Wow. Did you know they were anime?
I knew that they were cartoons, but they were sure weird looking compared to what I was used to seeing, and
They
I
weren't
didn't
Scooby-Doo. Huh?
I didn't realize until later that they were from Japan, and yeah, that was so that yeah. I guess Marine Boy was actually the first anime I ever actually laid eyes on.
But the one that made you a fan was
Star Blazers, Space Cruiser Yamato. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then when did you start working in the?
Working for HobbyLink, I started working for HobbyLink in 2008. So
you had worked for an anime shop in the U.S.
Oh yeah, yeah. I worked for like 2007 for a few months. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
But you're an artist too, right?
Yeah.
You drew a lot for fan publications.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look all ashamed.
Well,
yeah,
I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I since gosh the late 80s, something like that. So yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
What about you?
Oh, no, well...
Yeah, what about you?
Well, I first got interested in anime, well, with Kimba the White Lion. I mean, because Kimba was just so different from anything else that was on. And I just wanted to see more cartoon adventures like that, you know, because you weren't getting that with, like, Scooby-Doo and Funky Phantom and Speed Buggy and this kind of stuff. And, yeah, so... and after that, Battle of the Planets, I went full-blown crazy when I saw Battle of the Planets.
I did too, but in an entirely different way.
Yeah. You didn't like Battle of the Planets?
It made me want to hit my head against the brick wall.
Yeah, well, but it was fun to kind of imagine what they weren't showing you.
Yeah,
it was clearly something they weren't showing you.
Quite a lot, actually.
And so trying to read between the cuts.
Read between the lines, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, with Star Blazers.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. And that made me, Star Blazers was the impetus for me to come to Japan as an exchange student in 1980. And after I got back, I got active with some, fan groups like CFO and the Star Blazers Fandom Report. And I wrote my first professional magazine article on anime in 1984. That was about Yamato. That was from Comics Collector magazine. And I did another one in 1985, kind of an overview of anime at that time. And then I co-wrote the book Robotech Art 1 in 1986. And after that, I became a horse racing journalist and didn't do anything else in anime for a long, long time. But I came to Japan and always following anime as a hobby.
Yeah.
And then I came to Japan in 2000, went to work for HobbyLink in 2002, and have been here ever since.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah. So, but the only, I never think of this as actually working in anime.
Yeah, we aren't. I don't think of it as working in the anime industry because we're not producing anime. If we were producing anime, but we're kind of an ancillary to the anime industry because we're producing the stuff. Well, we're not producing we're selling
it, but we help bring it to you.
We help make it possible for you to get the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we aren't really actually working in the industry. That would be fun. I did something kind of, sort of, in the industry. Well, I don't know if you could call it that. But last year, I wrote in English. I was approached to write an English translation, a singable English version of a character song from Sun Red, which was the Sakyun. Totori Senshi Sakyun, the theme of Totori Senshi Sakyun. So I did an English version of that, wrote the lyrics, and Meek, she used to record as Mio. She did the opening themes for Dunbine and Elgheim and Area 88 and all. She recorded the song, including the English track. So that was a big thrill. But I think that's the only thing I've actually ever done that's professionally in the field of anime. Yeah. But yeah, here we are at HobbyLink, and so we enjoy anime, but not actually working in the industry. We're your bridge to get the loot. Yeah,
we're your fixers. Yeah. What other questions have we got?
That's the one. Riser 188 asks question: how did you girls meet each other? That kind of ties in. Well, it's because of Star Blazers.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, when we were active in fandom in the 80s, I had worked on a fanzine called Space Fanzine Yamato, along with Steve Harrison and Jerry Fellows, and you had seen that. And our first one was mainly about the Earth forces. The second one was going to be about the Gamilus forces. You're a big Dessler fan, and so you had written and said, "Come on, hurry and do the second one." And we corresponded ever since, and the way fate worked out, we both have wound up in Japan working for HobbyLink Japan. Yeah. So that's how we met each other, through Star Blazers.
Yes.
Who with the the kit we callously cast aside.
Maybe we'll be able to look at that in a future episode.
Yeah, that'd
And with, you know, Yamato 21.99, there's going to be more stuff coming out. So maybe we can do a Yamato 21.99 episode.
Oh, that'd be neat.
I'd like that.
Cospa has some shirts coming out next month. I was real excited to see.
All right.
And we've got some kits coming from Bandai. And this 1000th Yamato, that's going to be really neat to see how that builds up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the next chunk of Yamato 21.99 comes out in October. Can't wait. Yeah. So yeah, we'll do more Yamato in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah. And finally, one more thing, and that is a message from Juno Unit, and that is Velcro.
Thank you.
There you go. So thank you very much for those questions and messages. And if you have anything you'd like to ask us, anything you'd like to know about, you know, figures or anything, you know, we're game to give it a try to answer. Go ahead and please leave us messages on hobbylink.tv or on YouTube.
And hey, don't forget to check out our Facebook page too, because we have
absolutely
lots of extra photos to see there.
Right, yeah. After every episode, Ryan shoots close-up photos of what we've shown you on the episode, so you can get, you know, good looks at it from all sides. Yeah, definitely check it out. Absolutely.
And HobbyLink TV too. They're shown there too. So.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I think that will wrap up part one.
Of
our One Piece extravaganza. Yeah. So we'll be back next time.
All right.
With the put together Chogokin Going Merry from Bandai. Yeah. And a look at some of the some popular figures that have come from MegaHouse and Bandai from One Piece, Eiichiro Oda's masterpiece.
Yes.
And
looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be next time. So we will see you then.
Okay.
On Toy Tengoku.